Aries, sun, moon, and rising. You may be coming into your season feeling a little fucking charbroiled, but either way. Happy birthday, bitch! Finally! Finally, we have made it. Your season has arrived. Welcome to 2025. Happy Spring Equinox. Y'all, the way this new era is set up, baby, the new era. This isn't a new chapter, a new season. This is a new fucking era that you are entering into, Aries, sun, moon, and rising. Neptune, Saturn coming in May. Ooh, grab your shit. We got stuff to talk about, birthday bitch. Aries, welcome to the new era, baby. You ain't been here before. Where you're going, you haven't been before. And so it's not only just buckle up, but stay bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and optimistic. Neptune is going to help you shape your reality. It's going to help you bring your visions, drop your visions down into your 3D physical reality. So hydrate, light it if you need it. I'm ready, obviously. Me trying to throw my ass in a circle in sweatpants. Ready to clear out that funky ass energy from the old era. And welcome in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aries, sun, moon, and rising for Aries season 2025, baby. Ooh, Mars is direct out of post retrograde shadow season, or post retrograde shadow phase, on making his way closer and closer and closer. Come mid-April, he'll be in Leo and happy. As of March 30th, you have Neptune. You're getting Saturn in May. The way that the chips are stacking up in your favor, it's like Saturn in May. I feel like Mars retrograde in Cancer was like, hey, baby, there's some stuff from childhood. There's some mother, father wounds. There's some family shit that needs to be addressed and uprooted out of you. It's time to grow up. Neptune entering your sign. It's like, hey, actually, not. Let's go to Venus first. Venus in your sign retrograde is like, hey, there's some stuff around your self-love. There's some stuff around, some issues around your self-love that's being reflected in who you're picking to love, who you're aligning with, who you're letting in your life. Let's reflect on that. Mercury coming in your sign is like, hey, there's some old outdated mindsets that like align with all of this like childhood trauma and identity wounds and all this stuff. We need to reflect on that and uproot that out of you. Neptune coming into your sign is like, yo, it's time to dream bigger, bitch. What do you want? Saturn coming in is like, okay, Neptune helped you figure out the vision. Saturn's like, okay, dad's here. Let's figure out the steps and how to make it happen. So hit after hit after hit. And I don't think that it's not negative hits. It's like these little like stepping stones are just popping up. And you're like, okay, I'm at the stepping stone and I don't know the next step to take. I don't know what, and then it just pops up. So and you can hop, I hope that makes sense. But it may have felt like there's just so much stacked against you, but I'm hoping you're starting to see that this shit has been stacked up so you can climb higher, one step at a time. Left foot, motherfucking right foot, baby. Like, we're moving forward. And some people may get left behind. Some people may get left behind. Some people may be choking on your dust. And what they don't realize about you is that they may be choking on your dust, but you're still going to reach out a hand to help lift them up if they need it. I think that Aries get painted as like just brute force, all, brawn and brain, all brawn and bravado. But there's a lot of brains mixed up in there, and there's a fuck ton of heart, you know? And there's a fuck ton of heart because honestly, you're just a little crybaby in the inside. You know, you don't want everybody to know that. You don't want people to see how sensitive you are. And I think that that's going to change. I think people need to humanize you a little bit. You need to kind of be humanized to yourself. Shout out to Amber Khan, Rev Fam till I motherfucking die. But her Aries reading that she did, I want to say for March, like changed my life, changed the game. And it has everything to do with stop denying the fact that you have needs. Boo boo. You are not a robot. We already had that reading. You've been acting awful tough lately, smoking a lot of cigarettes lately. But on the inside, you're just a little baby. Y'all, some of y'all remember that. We already had the I am not a robot. And now I feel like you're starting to not just like acknowledge and know with your reasoning mind that you're not a robot. You're starting to feel and like, I don't want to be a fucking robot. I want to have needs. It's healthy for me to have needs. If I don't have needs, how can I ever get said needs met? How will anybody ever know? How will people even show up if I don't express that I don't have the needs? If I'm trying to play myself and therefore playing everybody else, that just ends you up, that just leaves you alone. And the worst part is for some of us, it leaves you in relationship alone because you haven't acknowledged and won't tell anybody that you have fucking needs and that you have fucking feelings. Bitch, the way that, go watch that reading for some of y'all. Some of y'all need to go watch that reading. Quietest Revolution. And there is some big ass revolution being brewed inside of you and inside of your life. So, like I said, hydrate, light it if you need it. I'm ready to go in and welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. Deep breaths. Empty your lungs. And then inhale through your nose and hold it at the top. 1, 2, 3, and release out your mouth. Let's do that again. Empty your lungs. And breathe in through your nose. Hold it at the top. And exhale out your mouth. So we welcome in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. That's the thing, is like I'm excited and I don't even know what I'm excited about. I just know this shit's about to be so good, and it may make you feel so raw. I feel like the cost of it, there, you know, the Piscean sacrifice can just be the removal of all the fucking armor, or replacing the armor with more efficient armor. It reminds me again of The Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger, RIP. But there's something about like custom fitted armor to you. Like we've been carrying around this run of the mill, generic, heavy ass, uncustom, untailored armor, and the divine's like, hold up, that breastplate don't fit you right. Like you need, that sword is too big for you. That sword is not sharp enough for you. There, you feel me? There's some stuff that's being altered in regards to how you protect yourself, because the old ways weren't working. But the old ways got you here. But what got you here won't get you top tier, top level. Won't get you there. The Six of Wands. A. So let's see. First card out is the Page of Pentacles with the Emperor at the bottom of the deck. Started from the bottom, now we're here. There is this like, I feel like this is the result of actually that full moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo that was sent to get our asses all the way together in regards to our 3D day-to-day lives. Aries, you are the baby of the zodiac. Y'all be squirreling and ADHD in your ass off. And there's something here about, I don't fucking care. I do everything I intend to do. Shit is getting real. I'm ready to start new habits. I'm ready to start new hobbies. I'm ready to initiate new, efficient, more effective behaviors. There's good news coming in about money. There's good news coming in. There's good news coming in as a result of you initiating new habits. I feel like there's something of value that you've started to recognize within yourself. Like, you are of value. The things that you value matter differently, or the things that you value are have altered, and they matter more to you than they ever did before. I feel like there's something about, what do you know you need to be diligent and methodical and consistent with? Left foot, right foot, slow and steady wins the race. But I feel like it's time to plant really productive seeds, plant new seeds of productivity, and making sure that your worth and your value aren't based on your productivity. That's a whole read in itself. So there also may be, first thing to be clarified on the selenite throne, Aries, sun, moon, and rising for your season, Aries season 2025. What do you know you need to start? It's time to, for a lot of us, build a new relationship to our body, build a new relationship to our self-worth. And this new self-worth that's coming in, it will be reflected in your actions. You know what I mean? Choosing to eat the salad over the box of donuts is a reflection of what you value. You feel me? Choosing to work out versus, Netflix and chill is a reflection of your values. It's a reflection of your ambitions. I think you're starting to realize everything that you do is a reflection of your ambitions. It's a reflection of your values. And so it's time to get methodical. It's time to get consistent. Not that you haven't been, but it's time to make different choices. And I feel like, interesting that they're both holding something up. I just feel like you are being exalted. You are being lifted up. After Mars being in fall, when a planet is in fall, it's in the opposite sign of its exaltation. So Mars is exalted in Capricorn, but it falls in Cancer, right? And so after being in fall for so long, and I mean, even just going off the symbolism of that word, being in the autumn of your life, being in what felt like maybe a winter of your life, I feel like, ooh, spring has arrived. Things are coming back to life. There are parts of you that are coming back to life. After being in autumn, after being in fall, after being in a winter of your life, now spring is coming. And it's time to take the road less traveled. It's time to understand that you have the world in your hands. You are divinely supported to make different decisions, to go different routes, to travel, to explore, to take this thing on the road, to get this thing to the next level, to expand. Some of you are moving. Some of you are going to be traveling way more than you're used to. Some of you have already made the decision to start doing something, or like, that's the goal, that's the dream, is to travel more, to work remote, or to move, or to expand in some sort of way. And I feel like it all is about, like, hey, shit's getting real, and whatever it is you're wanting, you need to make sure that that is reflected by your actions and your decisions. With this decision, is this getting me closer to my goal? Is this getting me closer to this thing that's a big deal to me? There may be somebody else with Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, or Aquarius placements coming into your life that you need to make decisions about, or they're helping you make this decision. They could be helping you see see your power, see how much force is behind your choices. Ultimately, twos are choices in tarot. And so I feel like there's a choice to make about somebody with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aquarius placements. But there's something here about, like, your outlook. It's time to, like, switch to a better outlook in life. and not even a better outlook, because better is relative, but I just feel like an outlook that is of a higher mind, an outlook. It's like zooming out, understanding the grand scope of the world. I feel like some of y'all have been doing something on a local level, and now it's about to go to a national level, doing something on a national level, and now it's about to go to a global level. So there is some variation of like stepping things up, and things get stepped up by way of your choices, but you're going to have to put them defenses down, baby. You're going to have to look at your armor. It's very, very important in Aries season to remain grounded, to keep both feet on the ground, to get very clear about what you're standing 10 toes down for. There could be just something there around getting out of that. The only person you need to be competing with is yourself from yesterday. Did you outdo yesterday's acts? Did you outdo yesterday's self? Am I taking better care of my dreams and my body today than I did yesterday? And sometimes am I taking better care can look like laying down and doing nothing and not being productive. That's also healthy sometimes too. You know, with the Seven of Wands reversed, I feel like some of you may be feeling a lot of opposition, maybe feeling opposed. And it's just like, come at me, bro. What's that? Ooh. It's like, if God be for me, who can be against me? I don't give a fuck who's against me. I don't give a fuck who's opposing me. I don't give a fuck who's sending negative shit, who's trying to like break me down or trying to tamper with stuff. The way that I'm protected, you hoes could never. The way that, and that's something like you need to get inside of you. And that only happens by way of faith. You got to get 10 toes down on what it is you believe in, and you at minimum better be believing in yourself. Otherwise, I feel like the opposition that may come your way could swallow you the fuck up. With the Seven of Swords reversed, there could just be like, have you been struggling to stand up for yourself? Have you been struggling to stand up for what you want? Have you been struggling to stand up for what's right? There may be somebody else with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that you're having like tension or a tug of war with, but I feel like there's a change in the cycle there's a change in how you exert or express your physical, spiritual, or sexual energy. There is but the big thing is putting your defenses down in love and connection and friendship. Like, let these people see your fucking heart. The same 5 people that you love can't just be the only ones that know the ooey gooey goodness inside of you. You know, like there's something there about protecting that childlike, innocent, pure heart of yours and understanding like you've already done so much to protect it. Why don't you let God do their job? Why don't you let source, universe, spirit, whatever name you like to call them? Why can't the God of your understanding be your source of protection? Why you got to be bucked up, braced up, ready for fucking impact all the time? It doesn't make sense, and it's not getting you closer to what you want. So we got to learn how to stand up for ourselves, how to, yes, like we're great at standing up for the underdog, great at standing up for other people. Now it's time to make sure you're standing up for yourself, but like not in the way you used to. You know, every Aries sun, moon, and rising is different, and our defenses all look different. But I just feel like there's something there around like, God got it. I'm going to let the universe have this one. I've done my part. I'm going to let the divine do theirs. There is something so profoundly faith-based about this Seven of Wands reversed to me for some reason. And I feel like this has a lot to do with Neptune, though this is not a watery card. I feel like there's just something big. I feel like you guys are seeing different sides or different sides of the world. You're seeing like different cultures being exposed to people who live very differently than you, and it's expanding your it's expanding your mindset, it's expanding like your hopes, your wishes, the things that you're wanting for, the things that you've been wanting to like usher into you. There's, I feel like y'all know these people who are opposing you from below, and it's like, I'm gonna just let them go ahead and have it. Y'all can just tucker yourselves out. It's okay. I'm gonna let you just tucker yourself out, boo boo. But you're not getting the rise out of me the way that you used to. Ooh, that's the thing, Aries. You're not letting them get the rise out of you that they used to. I feel like there are certain people in your life, or there are people who are coming into your life who are going to behave in a way that even you are like, damn, I've grown. Ooh, normally I would have stepped on your motherfucking neck. I wouldn't have let my boot up off your neck. But now, go on ahead, baby. You don't know better. There's something there around like you aren't as triggered the way that you used to be. You can't be turned upside down. Your defenses don't go up the way that they used to. You're not even checking on that internal security system because you have such deep faith. Ooh. It's like, okay, you can try to break in if you want. You can fuck with your karma if you want to. But the way this spirit squadron is set up, the way that my guides and my God be protecting me and showing up for me, the way that I show up for myself, the way I take care of myself, let's let the trash take itself out. Be sure to check out that Aries season astrology video that has all the important astrological transit dates and stuff. I also am very curious to clarify these cards, which we will be doing in the Patreon plunge. I hope you come and join my ethical cult. Over there, we'll clarify all these cards. There's all kinds of astrological content. There's a tier for daily readings. Check me out. JustJEverything. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. For free shit, check out my Instasham at JustJ_everything. TikTok is at JustJEverything. And for other dope shit that I do, my website, JustJEverything.com. All the links are in the description box below. So check that out. Final two cards, final two messages, please, for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. The Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands with the Four of Cups on the bottom of the deck. Interesting. No major arcana and two court cards at like that are bookending the reading. Over on Patreon, you'll be able to see all these cards and see a clear picture of what we're talking about. Two sevens in the center of the reading. So there is a change in your physical, spiritual, sexual energy and how you experience it and how you express it. And there is definitely a change in regards to your emotional sector, your spiritual sector, and your artistic sector. There may be a change with someone with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. I feel like remember how I said at the beginning, y'all may be feeling a little charbroiled? And I think that's because you've been thrown in the depths of your soul and the depths of your feelings, and you had to like climb your way out of the sauna and all the, fire, Mars, fire, Cancer, cardinal water. There's been a fuck ton of steam, and I feel like there's been a lot of confusion. There's been a lot of darkness or shadowy aspects around the confusion. And I feel like there's so much that you want to do, and you haven't known where to start, and something comes in during Aries season that like kicks up your energy. Mars, I feel like is finally getting closer and closer to Leo energy. Your mojo comes back, your fire comes back, and you're getting bold. I feel like you're charming. You are in pursuit of something. You're pursuing all the things. You're pursuing your dreams. Mars getting closer to Leo and Neptune in your sign is going to like confuse you a little bit, and then all of a sudden expose to you like, hey, there's so much that you're good at. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, whoever is watching this, you are fucking talented. You are talented as fuck. You are gifted as fuck. You're funny as fuck. You're creative as fuck. And there's just so many different facets of you that I feel like the world hasn't seen yet. And you're being prepared. And I feel like in Aries season, there's also a solar eclipse in your sign. And solar eclipses change the trajectory of our lives. And I do feel like this, go watch that astrology video, the Aries season astrology video. It has the dates. There's something here where it's like, we thought we were driving this way and the solar eclipse is like, skirt, we're going, because it's just a partial. It's not a total solar eclipse. It's a partial solar eclipse. So there's just like a little bit of rerouting. And I feel like that rerouting has to do, there's a lot of fire here. The rerouting has to do with your energy levels, what you're harnessing your energy into, what you're being bold about. I also feel like some of you are confused about, do you want to be a fuck boy? Are you trying to, keep entertaining fuck boys or fuck people who are just here for a good time, not a long time? Are you just here for a good time, not a long time? You got to figure that out. There could be a lot of romantic options. There could be a lot also going on with your relationship to escapism. Neptune does govern like dreams and altered reality states and addictions and escapism. And so I feel like be careful of drinking too much, be careful of smoking too much, because the part of you need to be clear so that you can go boldly into this new direction. You need to be clear mentally. A lot of you, I feel like your relationship to sobriety is going to be changing because you need to harness this energy into the multitudes, or and harness your energy into expressing the multitudes of you. Like there are so, like, you, how do I even word that? I feel like there's just so the multitude of facets within you. There's so many things, and I'm not encouraging you becoming like a jack of all trades, which is a master of none. But I do feel like there's something about sprinkle a little razzle dazzle here. You're good at communication here. You're good at planning stuff here. You're good at initiating here. So there's something there around like you having access to these like multiple or these different facets of yourself. But I also feel like there's different dreams and different aspirations, and a lot of them may have been cut off from you because of untended to shadow work. And Neptune coming into your sign is going to help you do the shadow work. Not that you haven't been doing it, but it's going to help you get deeper into being honest about like doing all these things that you want to do. Being able to like feeling like you can do all the things that you want to do. 3 of the 5 cards are fire. So when I say we're back, bitch, we're back. Bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. And y'all know how I feel about this fucking card. We cannot be so caught up in the past that we miss out on what the divine is trying to present to us in the present. And I feel like Mars retrograde, this was Mars's 2nd time in Cancer. And this retrograde, I feel like needed to show you like, or has given you the opportunity to wrap up all this 3 of Cups shit. Some of you were lied to. Some of you were cheated on. Some of you have like friend groups that you need to disconnect from. Some of you have collaborations that you should have made in the past, or things that you should have, could have, would have started, whatever. The divine Cancer governs the past, and I feel like Mars in Cancer for the rest of, because Mars is going to go into Leo in Aries season, and so at the very end of Aries season, hydrate. And promise me we won't miss the memo, man. There's so many opportunities for like offloading major emotional baggage, to really just peel back the layers and to do the work to tend to what your shadow is trying to say, to show you, to access that raw, uncut, unfiltered version of you. You do your part to access that, and I feel like so much, your shadow will reveal so much to you. You have such a deep, rich inner world, and a lot of that richness needs to be shared with others because it will help other people. Because that's the thing, Aries, you go through it first. Every other sign goes through it after. You go through it first. And so you out here fighting the motherfucking battles, doing all the things, acquiring all the wisdom and knowledge and tactical skills so that you can boldly share that with other people. So let's zoom out a little bit before I go too long. Like I said, no major arcana out. So Aries season is like, I feel like the divine's like, show me what you've learned. Let's see what's going on with these micro decisions. Let's see what's going on with your day-to-day habits. Let's see what you choose to do. So next season we can assess how much divine rerouting you need. And so remember, the micro moves make up the micro decisions make up the macro moves. The company that you keep is very important at the beginning and the end of Aries season. You need to be surrounded with people who understand this about you, who understand that you want to be disciplined and structured, that you want to build something, that you want to invest in something. You need to be surrounded by people who can keep the fuck up and who are fun and also encouraging, and just don't try to like dim your light or dampen your flame. It's really important that you choose to start over. You choose to welcome this new fresh beginning. Do not fight to hold on to the way things were. Do not fight to keep living the same cycle or repeating the past. We're letting that shit go. There may be somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements or Aquarius placements that requires a choice. I feel like there's something about, are we choosing each other or not? Are we choosing to start over or not? Are we choosing to invest in that or not? And regardless of what that decision is, your defenses have to come down. There may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements that you are very confused about, or you think that they may have a wandering eye. You may have a wandering eye. There could be stuff going on around escapism or numbing or drinking too much or smoking too much, trying to numb out what you're feeling or what you're experiencing. Do not. You have to go boldly into your feelings. You have to go bold, because that's where a lot of the data is. You know what I mean? And like, granted, we are spirits having human experiences. Our spirit needs to be in the driver's seat, but your feelings are like the little indicator lights. When the check engine soon light comes on, that's a specific emotion. And that doesn't, when the seatbelt light comes on, that's a certain emotion. That doesn't mean you need to pull the car all the way over and completely stop driving. It's just like, okay, I need to know what these indicator lights mean. I need to be aware of these emotions. Damn, that's what this is. It's like, their sadness is a indicator light. Anger is an indicator light. Ambivalence is an indicator light. There's something there around, like, I need to be in touch with my emotions to the point so when I can see these flashing lights, I'm not freaking out reaching for my manual. I'm not freaking out reaching for the manual to discern what these emotions are, what these indicator lights are trying to tell me. If we do the work while Mars is in Cancer, if we really figure out what, if we really unpack what Mars retrograde in Cancer was trying to teach us, it puts us in the position where, baby, you come out so educated, so bold. You know how to change your motherfucking oil now. You know how to take care of yourself on a different level. And not from a place of survival. I feel like we're finally learning how to thrive. We're daring to thrive. Like, Taurus is a response to Aries. The way that Taurians thrive is a response to Aries's inclination and satisfaction with survival. We are so dissatisfied with, and like, we get off on like, look at how little I survived off of. Fuck that. Fuck that. We are daring to thrive this Aries season. And the divine wants to bring you stuff. A little bit of the Patreon. Ooh. I'm going to show it to you. The divine's trying to bring you stuff. This is the Ace of Cups indicated. The Queen of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands. The Ace of Swords. The Ace of Pentacles. The divine is trying to give you stuff, babe. Aces require receptivity. But if your defenses are so fucking high, if you keep holding on to the rod to protect yourself, how are you going to grab these things that the divine wants to give you? I am excited to clarify these cards. I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/JustJEverything. Bruh, come on. Let's get into it. All right, Aries, let's get into it. Get out of the past so you can receive this influx of love that wants to come in. so that you can level the fuck up quickly in your self-worth and in your money, so that you can receive the divine instructions, the order of operations, the right aha moments, receive the right tools, and then the resources to finally put these new ideas into big action, into trying again, starting again, doing the things that need to be done. Because the Page of Pentacles says it's time to get real. Some of you are starting a new project, new business, new job, new policies, new procedures. You're becoming more dependable. And I feel like you're being asked to try a more practical approach. You're thinking about something too abstractly. It's like, just, you got to lay the groundwork. Don't do shit that bores you for a check. And it's time to develop the skills, the area of expertise, whatever it is you want to develop. You got to be studious and inquisitive and diligent and persevering and ultimately self-motivated. I do feel like a gift is being given. My foot just started itching, and so there's something going on about more travel that's playing. I feel like you're reinventing yourself, and you're reinventing yourself by way of manifesting more money and manifesting financial opportunities, and you're doing that by way of skill development. Being diligent, tapping into your desire, and tapping into your ambition. Excuse me, you may need to do a little bit more research, but I do feel like this new thing, you need to make your plans real. Like, you can have an effect. You can mold your physical world, and you have to use your body. And I feel like you have to use your body and also like experience nature, experience more of nature. There are tangible results that you can achieve. You just got to act on your dreams. It's time to get shit in motion, get shit popping, but take the realistic approach. And while Venus is in your sign, she's there until June. You got to learn how to draw in, how to attract to you what it is that you need. You know, please clarify the Page of Pentacles for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. Please clarify the Page of Pentacles. Ooh, Justice and the Ace of Cups. Because you fucking deserve it. There's something that's coming in, like you start switching up your decisions. You start trusting in the divine, and in the ways that you've been wrong, the divine is conspiring to make things right. And there's this influx of love and connectivity and depth where you were just so pulled to and fro and back and forth, or maybe you were dealing with a very indecisive Libra, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio person where there was all this indecision. I feel like there is clarity, there's awareness, there's like, this is what it is, this is what's happening, this is what we're doing. And you're growing and expanding, but you got to trust. You got to trust, and you got to deal in practicalities at this, in this season. Make sure the logistics of your life are running smoothly. Are the bills paid? Is the property maintained? Is the schedule being stuck to? I feel like this season is the time to big time focus on goals and dreams and making them a reality. And I feel like the divine is on your side. It's going to bring you the things that you need to get to the next level. Please clarify the Two of Wands. Understanding that the world is in your hands. Oh, there's a nice stack. The Tower, the Eight of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the Lovers. Dear sweet God. So please clarify the Tower. I feel like after some chaotic event that you weren't seeing clearly, after possibly dealing with some shady person, there's been a lot that you have to put in the past. There's heartbreak, there's deception, there's disappointment, there's healing your trust issues, healing your relationship from people who broke your trust, just like healing your capacity for trust, not keeping yourself blind anymore, not living out from that victimized place, tending to your abandonment wounds, your childhood wounds, you know, experience or reaching for internal and emotional and spiritual harmony in your life brings you to a crossroads. I feel like there has been a lot of recovery in regards to previous lovers, especially if they had Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements, maybe Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. I just feel like you're choosing differently now. After a period of chaos, you are turning your back on the bullshit, and you're not doing it all fearfully. You're not doing it with a whole bunch of defenses up. Please clarify the Seven of Wands reversed. Yeah, you know that you're protected. You know that this is the end of an era. You know that you are trusting in your originality and new love is coming in. You have something beautiful to look forward to. Something beautiful to look forward to. And the truth will be revealed. The things are coming out. Like the cycle is completing itself. And so don't be afraid of the time that you've spent in the dark. You ain't afraid of no ghost. And you're definitely not afraid of your own shadow. You need to befriend that hoe. You need to get real close with your shadow so it can guide you and it can give you the very specific data that you're needing. Please clarify the Seven of Cups, the Star reverse, because there's been a lot of hopelessness. There's been aimlessness. Some of you have lost touch with your purpose or lost touch with the plan, not sure of where you needed to go. But look at all this nakedness right here. There is something about you are learning how to feel safe to be vulnerable. You are learning how that you are protected enough to show your vulnerability, to bare your heart, bare your soul. And it's really, really important that you learn these lessons and that you experience, that you reach for the intimacy that you're really hungry for is actually with God, is actually with the divine, is with source. So you get really 10 toes down in your connection to the God of your understanding. You get deep and intimate in that connection and those rituals and those habits and those spiritual practices. And then bam, I feel like all of a sudden you know how to act right in a fucking partnership out of nowhere, you know? There's some big, the King of Wands wanted to come out, going from the Knight to the King. I feel like you are really learning how to trust your originality. How do we clear up this confusion? By tapping into our ego. There may also be something about like a father wound or a Leo, um, reaching for emotional control, healing your relationship to emotional control and emotional regulation, understanding what's in your lane to control. Some of us have been trying to clear up confusion for a while, and you're just like, what is happening? And it's like, because this is on purpose. What are we not seeing clearly? How smart you are, how protected you are. That person with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, what they came into your life to provide to you. That person that's cold, that person that may be really stern or hyper logical, over analytical. You don't really realize how ego based they are, how fear based they may be. And I feel like there's some confusion around what God is calling you to do, what the divine, like the writing that's on the wall. And if you're confused, slow down. If you're not sure what the divine is telling you, slow down. Do not go full force into the wrong direction. Because come the end, the closer we get to Taurus season, I feel like you're really like about to, or you want to make really bold moves. Um, some of you could be executing work with a very impressive new approach. Like you're thinking outside of the box. You're getting noticed, getting your some of y'all are getting your fucking flowers. I feel like there's a creative inspiration that's caused you to work on your masterpiece, or you're starting your own business, or you're getting deeper in the business that you're already in. I feel like Like you're almost there. You may start to finally feel like you're almost there. You're putting in the work, you know? And there's something that's just so charming and confident about you. There's something that is so daring and adventurous and passionate for you. You like you're chomping at the bit to take on the world, and I feel like you get to do it. Just be careful of fighting for the sake of fighting. You know, the Knight of Wands wants to go to war. You know, just because they love the feeling of a challenge and competition and conflict. Don't let conflict fuck you out of accomplishment. And I just feel like check yourself before you wreck yourself, especially when it comes to like the direction that you're going in life. There may be some confusion about a Scorpio. There may be a confusion around like which partner to pick, who is the right person for you. And I feel like you don't need to rush into anything. Please clarify the Knight of Wands. For Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Aries season 2025. Yeah, I feel like there's lots of competition with maybe somebody with Pisces or Sagittarius placements. That shit is an illusion. These hoes could never. It's time to charge towards healing, understanding everything is going the way that it's supposed to, understanding that you are getting back into flow. Some of you may be recovering from someone with narcissistic tendencies. I feel like you're charging into wealth, charging into prosperity, charging into like a higher standard for yourself. I mean it when I say these hoes could never, solely because they run out of steam so much faster than you ever could. What's the advice for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising dealing with other fire signs? Because there's a lot of fire here. Oh, Seven of Swords. You need there. Some of you are breaking out of a mindset that you have around them. Yeah, there's a radical shift in the mind. And I feel like you're needing to learn how to communicate with yourself more effectively and communicate with them more effectively. Stop fighting over this air sign. Stop. That is just not cute. Please clarify what's the advice for Aries dealing with Libras? Maybe feeling burnt out. Need to figure out like how to what is a value, what are the valuable lessons that you need to take along with you. Time to transmute your pain into power. Time to like have the important conversations that need to be had. Because what I this Ace of Cups, please clarify justice. Stop fighting. I feel like the justice is like the justice that's coming in is like, I don't need to fight for this anymore. This shit is exhausting. I'm done. Please clarify that Ace of Cups. How does that materialize? The Two of Cups. There is some kind of like union coming in. You're maturing, so you're attracting the mature part of them as well. You are getting deeper and deeper into your spirituality, into trusting yourself, trusting your fucking magic. Just keep your heart open and your defenses down, babe. Keep your heart open and your defenses down. Because when I say new people are coming into your life, new love is coming to your life, finally getting away from people that are greedy or materialistic, finally learning how to harness that heaviness, that sadness into this, harness that energy into this new self-guided tour of spirituality within yourself. You are learning how to trust yourself in a completely different way than you ever have before, and the divine will reward you. The God's like, yo, I'm tired of you wearing that fucking helmet. You finally earned the crown, Emperor. Quit playing. Get still get still and get receptive, get in your feminine energy so you can receive this stuff that wants to come in. And God's going to tell you how to turn your back and where to go, which direction to go in, and what to accept and receive. You got this. I love you.